Welcome to 5 Steps to Go from Stuck to Inspired. My name is Wendy Bunnell. I'm one of the authors and also the collaborator of the book Success Through Failing, Finding Your Greatest Gifts in Your Darkest Hours. I'm so excited that you are here. And if you're here, most likely it's because you feel a little discouraged in your life. Maybe you feel overwhelmed, and maybe you even believe that there's just no way to reach that goal because you keep getting the results over and over and over in your life. Maybe you've hit a glass ceiling and you have no idea to get how you're going to bust through that, right? Well, you're in the right place because between myself and the other 24 authors, we have collaborated in what we use every day to get from stuck to inspired. And I know that if you'll utilize this knowledge and this inspiration that we have, that you too will get to in a place where you can see the ideas and the direction to get you to the next level in your life. Now, I want you to know and applaud you that you are part of the 5% Club. Do you know that 95% of the world believes and buys into the idea that their life is just supposed to be mediocre? This life of mediocrity is just part of our existence, and that fate happens to us, and all of these things happen, and we have no control. And you being on this webinar right now tells me that you already understand, that you have some say in your life, that you can create that life you really want and that you really desire. So I applaud you for being here. Now, before we get started with the 5 steps, I want you to honor yourself by being really present. Get out of Facebook, get out of your emails, get out of all those distractions and truly just be present. Get a piece of paper and a pen, take some notes because my PowerPoints don't go over all of the thoughts. This is going to be coming from my heart, and I'm going to be sharing with you some really beautiful things that can help you get to a place of inspiration in your life. So are you ready? Okay, let's get going. The first step is alignment, and I put it in as the number one way to get inspiration because it truly will change your life when you get this principle down. So some people go, alignment, I hear that all the time. What the heck is alignment anyways? So the easiest way to recognize what that means is just think of your car. You're driving down the road, and if your car is in alignment, it's easy, it's effortless to go down the road and keep on a straight and narrow path, right? But say our car's not in alignment, what does it do? It shifts to the right and we have to correct, and then it shifts to the right again and we have to correct again. And it becomes more of a burden going down this straight path, right? And we can see that in life too, is if we're not in alignment, we're not seeing the solutions that are always there right in front of us. We just have to take the time to be able to see them and hear them and ask for them, right? So many times we're working so hard, activity after activity after activity, trying to create this happy, wonderful life for ourselves, that we fail to hear the way that we need to do so. We fail to hear the answers of how we're going to do that. Have you ever heard of quiet the mind and the soul will speak, right? What a beautiful principle that we can all learn. We're living in such a crazy, busy, distracting life and world that we sometimes just need to get present to hear what we need to do next to get unstuck, to get inspired, and to find the solutions. Now, every solution is only an idea away. That's something Leslie Householder taught me many years ago. And it's absolutely true, but we can't hear the answers if we're too busy to hear them. So every morning, one thing that I do is I take a few minutes. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes, 60 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. Just simply quiet my mind through some meditation. And some of you are going to say, I've tried it. I can't meditate. It doesn't happen. I promise you, I have the squirrel syndrome, according to my family. I have ADHD, ADD, all those signs. I've never been formally diagnosed, but I'm telling you right now I have it. And so if I can do it, you can do it. It takes practice. That's why you say I'm practicing meditation because you're practicing it. And so the thing that has helped me the most in doing this is I get grounded first. And when I say grounded, I literally mean put my feet on the ground, get that energy from the earth, and I close my eyes. A couple of tips that I have are, first of all, as thoughts are coming into your mind, recognize that they're there and just let them flow back out. Focus on your breathing at first. That makes it a lot easier. And also, you can also breathe in and think of a word and breathe out and think of another word. So maybe it's breathe in and you're thinking peace, and then you're breathing out and you're focusing on release, right? So those are some good things. Now, one of the things that one of the authors, Lorianne Cunningham, is a music therapist. And so one of the things she recommends is binaural beats. I go on YouTube and I just put binaural beats, and there's hundreds of programs. And I have my headphones. You have to have headphones to do binaural beats, but that also gets your brain waves in a state where it's easier to minimize the distractions coming your way. So try that as well. Second thing is gratitude. Gratitude has changed everything in my life. And when we are in a place of gratitude, we are in the highest vibration or positive vibration we can be in. It's just as similar as love. Those two vibrations feel the best for us. They receive the most frequency and vibration that we can. And everything vibrates and everything is energy. So I'm not trying to be that crazy, weird voodoo lady. It really is scientifically proven that that is the case. So when we're in that place, we can actually tune in to that creative source better than at any other time. So I would encourage you to really get in a place of gratitude. And when I say gratitude, I'm not saying like I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for this world. I mean really dig deep, okay? Put some beautiful music on, write it down in a journal, and really get present and think about all of the things you're grateful for. Every single one of us has amazing things to be grateful for. Even if we just start with some things like, I'm so grateful for my eyes that can see the smile on my child's face. I'm grateful for ears that can hear this beautiful music. I'm grateful for this heart and these lungs that beat and breathe every second, every day, right? When you can really get into it, you will feel this difference and you'll start to recognize different ideas. And then when we're in that place, ask, literally ask, what can I do today to propel my business forward? What can I do today to strengthen my relationships? What are those things that I can do today? And then quiet your mind and listen for the answer. Now, it may not happen right that minute. Most of the time it does for me now. Now that I'm practicing it, it does. But sometimes you'll have a friend that says something later in the day, and that's your answer. Or you'll hear some music on, and you'll go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Or a thought will just pop into your mind, okay? That's getting into alignment. And this is the number one way you can get from stuck to inspired. So that's why I put it as number one. But there's lots of wonderful ideas in store, so keep with me. Number two is utilizing your strengths. Sometimes we try to imitate others' successes by looking at their strengths, and oftentimes we compare our weaknesses with their strengths. Okay, so it's not really a fair trade here. So what I would suggest is to really dig deep for your strengths and utilize your strengths to get you unstuck. Okay, we have all been given these beautiful gifts of strength in every person's life. Every one of us has something that we're really good at. And a lot of times, if you don't know what that is, one way to recognize it is usually comes in the form of frustration. Frustration when someone can't do something and you're like, oh my gosh, why is that so hard for them? It's so easy. That's one of your gifts. That's one of your strengths. Okay? Utilize that. Or it may be something that you literally lose time when you're utilizing those, okay? You just get so caught up and wrapped in it and you just enjoy it so much that it becomes effortless. That is your strength. I wanted to give you a really quick synopsis of how this happened in my life and how I realized that utilizing my strengths was absolutely the way to get me unstuck. So many years ago, I started a business utilizing network marketing. And I started about the same time as another dynamic woman that I just love. And we kind of progressed almost exactly the same. Kept hitting these different ranks about the same time. And then all of a sudden she just shot straight up. And I was kind of hovering at the same rank. And so I looked at this and I went, oh, I got to do what she does. So I called her. What are you doing? How are you doing this? And she said, well, I'm doing social marketing. I'm doing webinars. I'm doing all these things. At that point in my life, I'd never done a webinar. I'd never done any social marketing. I had no idea how to do it. But I looked at her and I said, I'm going to do what you're doing because it's working. And guess what? Because I'm so stubborn, tried it for 18 months and my business plummeted. I went from being really, really high ranking and making good money to literally just hovering and making minimal money. And it's because I wasn't living within my strength. That wasn't my strength at that time. I'm much better at it now, but I wasn't at that time in my life. The thing that was working for me was connections, relationships, one-on-one, big groups of people. I love to present in front of people and I love that energy in a room. That's my strength. And the moment I went back into that realm was a moment that my business shot up again. So look at your strength and play on those. And don't look at other people and how they do things. You're welcome to have systems that other people use, but put your flavor into it. Put your strength into it and utilize that to capitalize on business and relationships. The next one is going to be kind of funny. You're going to go, movement, what the heck is she talking about? And several of the authors said, sometimes we just simply take ourselves too seriously. We just do. We just got to get up and dance. We got to get some movement going on. Now, that could be exercise too, but just getting your blood flowing, enjoying and being in the moment sometimes is all we need to get into a place of creativity and inspiration. So try it. And you'll enjoy it and it'll be fun. And then when you get back to work, you'll realize all of these amazing ideas are flowing. So try that as well. What an amazing, I love this one. And I hope that you'll enjoy this number 3 technique of how to get from stuck to inspired. So the next one is finding a mentor. Sometimes we simply cannot see what we need to do in order to get to the next level. And that's when a mentor is so helpful. Find someone who emulates what you want in your life, whether it is strong relationships or confidence or just maybe it's in your own workplace and there's someone that you want to be like them. That is who you want to emulate. Go to them, ask them for advice, go to lunch with them. You may actually end up having to hire a mentor to work with you once a week. I've literally spent thousands of dollars on mentoring, and I have to tell you that I have not wasted one penny. Every single one of my mentors has brought me to a new level of success in my life, and I will continue to have a mentor. I have a mentor right now that I work with 1 hour per week. And it helps me find accountability and it helps me find the solutions, the answers that maybe I can't see myself. Now, that doesn't have to be one specific person, too. They say that you become most like the 5 people that you surround yourself most with. So I would choose wisely. If you aren't surrounded by positive, uplifting people who are going to get you out of that place of being stuck, I would suggest you get involved in maybe a group. Rotary Club or a women's business network or something where like-minded individuals are going to help inspire you. And you will start to think and react and have ideas just like the people you surround yourself. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So if you want highly successful people working with you, you need to have that vibe of a highly successful person. So get yourself surrounded by those people and you will start to become like them. Okay? And the last one is sometimes we simply need to get out of ourselves and just serve. Just serve. And as we do that, we start to have the perception of where we're really at. Sometimes we get really down and out with where we're at until we start to serve others that need our help. And we start to recognize that gratitude I was talking about is so much easier to get to. You're so grateful for what you have because you recognize how blessed you are. And so by serving others, maybe it is serving yourself right now. Maybe allowing yourself to not constantly be bombarded with helping everybody else, but maybe serving and nurturing yourself might be a place that you need to start with as well. But serving, getting out of yourself, even if it is serving yourself, does that make sense? By just really loving and nurturing yourself. Stop berating yourself. That's what I meant by that. So serving others, serving yourself. This book is all about serving. We have 25 women who came together so that we could collaborate and heal the hearts and the minds of thousands that are wanting more from their life, that are wanting to go for big things, utilizing those skills that they have, that they want to get through those quote unquote failures. Because in our book of success, we're going to have chapters of failure. It's going to happen. The bigger the idea, the bigger the goal, the more those chapters are going to be in there. And we want you to see that even the most successful people have lots of challenges, that you're not alone. And to keep going, the only time that we truly fail is when we give up and we stop. So with that being said, I hope that you found something today that you can start implementing and utilizing in your own life to get you from that stuck place to the inspired. We'd love to hear from you. We have a Facebook page called Success Through Failing Book, and all 25 authors are able to serve you by giving you information, inspirational ideas, thoughts. If you have something where you're stuck, ask us a question. We'd love to serve you and help you. Now you're going to start getting weekly updates from us with little 5-minute snippets of an author's idea of how to get you from success through failing. Okay, so you should be expecting that on a weekly basis. We're going to have webinar Wednesdays that we'll be inviting you to, and we love for you to just follow along as we go through this journey until we finally launch our book February 4th. We invite you on February 4th to celebrate with us, whether that's live in Sandy, Utah, or on a live stream version if you're outside of the Utah area. However you want to participate, we invite you to do so. And we honor you for being here today, and we hope that you have found this time very, very well spent. Have a great day.